He's ready. You're ready.
先攻後攻となります。
Mr. Androida versus ABO Ice. You already know what to do. I say the Thetlatha, Thetlatha, Ithnan, and what? In Thetlatha.
How I do? Yeah. More than this is mine. How I do? Yeah. How I do? This is how I do it. Take it. Put your hand.
Oh. What an aggressive start from ABO Ice. Jeez, man. That was crazy. Woo! Alright. Man, makes me think, right? I've been watching these for a while, for years, and when it comes to like the battles, we had some iconic battles, but man, I don't know if anybody, thinking back, that anybody came in this aggressive before. Oh my god, bro. I love his style so much. He has such a crazy, sick flow, so unique. Like, his combinations, just like, no one does it like ABO Ice. Apparently, someone said, I can't remember who said, so I can't give him credit, but someone was telling me that, I can't remember who it was, but they're saying that he's only been beatboxing for like 3 years or something, 3 or 4 years. I don't know if that's true. But if it is, that's crazy impressive, you know? But man, what a start here in a battle from ABO Ice. You know, he made my top 8 when I did my rankings, and as did Mr. Android. So both of these guys, in my opinion, from the eliminations, made it through to the battles here, and they're facing off against each other in the first round here. So this is probably going to be an insane battle. But ABO Ice, bro, what a crazy kind of style. Super aggressive, super battle-oriented kind of style. His combinations, again, are just like none you'd ever hear from anybody in the beatbox scene today. So he's incredibly fresh and unique, and I think it's a pleasure, honestly, to get him here at the Grand Beatbox Battle this year, in comparison to like years down the line where like he's a little bit more well-known, I guess, if that makes sense. You know, like, it's nice to get to see him now in his like prime, I guess, when his stuff is like still super fresh. Oh my god, so impactful. So wow, what a crazy first round from ABO Ice. Let's see what Mr. Android came in with.
What the fuck?
Which?
No, and nowhere. Do you want me to speed up my alley shit? Hey, Joe. Oh.
Switch!
All right. Yeah, Mr. Android's first round. Man, such an interesting kind of style too. Like, what goes on in the brain of Mr. Android to kind of like have that kind of creativity, right? Again, just like ABO Ice, but even more so Mr. Android, because like the kind of sounds that he uses is so like unique and catered to his own, like his own kind of special sounds. While like ABO Ice has like some sort of like, you know, unique kind of sounds, but like he mostly, in my opinion, excels in like his combinations, right? And his kind of like flow and technicality. But Mr. Android is like all about the special sounds, right? But comparing him to ABO Ice's first round, I just thought that ABO Ice came in like way stronger. I felt like his structure was a little bit better as well. And I think like in terms of like a battle kind of scenario, it was a lot more effective than what Mr. Android did. Although Mr. Android's second half in his first round definitely put it back on pace to where I'd want him to start off like. But I think like overall, when you're talking about like the full round, I think ABO Ice was definitely more effective in the first round, and I think he won for me personally. But yeah, again, Mr. Android, his like unique sounds just so creative, and the way that he just like, you know, it uses them is, I don't know, it's so unique. So yeah, that's tough. Yeah, ABO Ice definitely won the first round for me. I just think that Mr. Android kind of started off a little bit slow, although it did sound pretty good. It just like when he started doing that like, you know, demon bass, I don't know, I just felt like it didn't really fit the overall vibe of the round per se. So yeah, so ABO Ice won for the first round for me. But yeah, you know, anything could happen in the second round. So let's see what ABO Ice came in with.
Shit happens. Shit happen, mother.
Oh my god, bro. Wow. All right. Admittedly, I like this first round better, but still, he's still carrying that like super aggressive kind of energy that I really love to see in a battle. You know, I've been saying this a lot, but like, you know, over the years, I feel like more so for the solo category that like the traditional kind of like battle energy and like everything that encapsulates like what a battle kind of should be, or at least originated as, is kind of like fading away. You know, we're kind of getting into this era of beatbox where it's just more so performing rather than battling, inside of like a battle itself. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I feel like, you know, I guess it just ultimately comes down to the fact that there's, when it comes to like the beatbox scene and like, you know, showcasing your music, the majority of the stuff that's available to you is in that kind of battle format. So unfortunately, like these kind of styles, there's like no other opportunities for like people to kind of like showcase their stuff outside of battle. So yeah, I think like ultimately, yeah, as the beatbox scene like evolved, when we're getting all these different kind of styles, it's kind of been slowly like evolving into a performance rather than like a battle. But now you're watching ABO Ice here is kind of bringing back that old school kind of battle style, right? And not just like his beatboxing itself, but like the way he, you know, handles himself on the stage. He's like super aggressive, not like in like a touchy kind of way. Although, actually, I won't say anything and get into spoilers, but yeah. So yeah, someone like me who's been watching for a while, I can really appreciate that, because like it's kind of like a side of beatboxing that I've been missing a lot. And don't get me wrong, there's definitely still people who do this kind of stuff that like ABO Ice does here on stage. Napalm being one of them. So yeah, there's definitely still people out there who do it, but I feel like it's almost like a dying kind of culture, maybe is the right word to say, in the battle scene. So it's nice to see like someone newer to the scene like having that right from the get-go, right? So anyway, killer second round here from ABO Ice. I feel like again he ultimately did win the first round for me, and it was pretty convincing in my opinion, I think. So Mr. Android is going to have to come in here with something absolutely crazy on the level of, I think, ABO Ice's first round, potentially, to kind of like cement himself into this battle and make it close. But yeah, let's see what he came in with.
Down the road I go. Come here. Darling, make me feel.
That's time.
All right, Mr. Android second round. Man, again, dude, like he's so creative. Just the way that he like structures all of his, you know, sounds and his combinations is so unique to himself. Again, it's just like carried by his specialized kind of sounds, right? So, that's tough. I feel like, I think I mentioned this or talked about it a little bit in his elimination, but I feel like, you know, Mr. Android has been kind of like in the scene for a while, right? And he's been, you know, competing a lot. And like over the years, like I've seen this kind of side and like what he's going for. I see his ideas, and like I always felt like he was a little bit ambitious, and I still think that today. But you know, in the last like few times I've been watching him, I feel like stuff is finally like starting to come together a lot more. But I still think like, I don't know, I still feel like there's some work to be done, I guess, if that makes sense. Like I really like the concept and I really see like his vision, but it's just not like the execution is just not like 100% there yet, right? It's like still some little bit to be desired, I think. Because like I feel like his vision is like super super complex and I can see it. I can definitely see it, but it's just I don't know, it's just like not 100% there yet, I think, in my opinion. I think he did a lot better job at the execution in his elimination for the most part, but even his elimination wasn't like as super complex as what he was trying to do here in this battle, I think. But even like me saying that, maybe he does have perfect execution. It just wasn't, he didn't execute it like in practice. Maybe he had perfect execution, but like on stage here, it just wasn't executed the way he wanted it to be, right? So, I don't know. It's tough, man. Like I really respect like his approach, but again, I just don't feel like it's 100% there yet. And because of that, I feel like ABO Ice won this pretty convincingly for me. Yeah, that's tough. It's a shame, but it is what it is. You know, at the end of the day, I think the better beatboxer in the battle should win, and I think ABO Ice was the better beatboxer in this battle. So, yeah, I'm gonna guess a 5-0 honestly for ABO Ice. I guess potentially maybe someone could give it to Mr. Android and Mr. Android just based on like creativity and yeah, technicality probably. There's certain areas I feel like whatever they're using to judge, I feel like Mr. Android could probably make up some room there. But I just feel like in the grand scheme of things, it's difficult for me not to give it to ABO Ice. So I'm going to predict a 5-0 for ABO Ice.
Only one can move on. Thank you very much. Will it be Mr. Android, judges voting blue, or ABO Ice, judges voting red?
審査結果に移ります。
Crowd, help me out. I say the 3, y'all say the 2 and the 1. Going to our judges in 3. Moving on is ABO Ice. 2 and the 1.
All right, D-Lo voted for Mr. Android. Be very interesting to see his reasoning behind it. I know that he does reaction videos and he has like an analysis, so I'll probably go check that out once his video's up to see his reasoning behind Mr. Android. I respect D-Lo. I think he has some good reasoning, so I want to see that. It'd be interesting to see his opinion on that, but yeah, I thought it would be a 5-0, but yeah, I guess I'm not too overly surprised. At least one of them gave it for Mr. Android because again, there is criteria that they do follow. So, you know, you can just like take stuff at face value all the time. It can be like black or white, right? But, you know, it's like super complicated, I guess. You know, they can't just like blindly choose someone. They have to like follow a certain criteria. So, still be very interesting to see his reasoning behind and what he valued more, I guess, in that battle, because for me, I thought that it was a pretty clean sweep, honestly, for ABO Ice. Not like a, you know, a 90-10. I'd say it's probably like a 70-30 if I were to put it into like that kind of perspective. So yeah. Anyway, that is it for the video. Again, crazy stuff from ABO Ice. Man, super thrilled to see him have the opportunity here so early in his kind of like beatboxing battling career, because again, I feel like it's, if this were to happen like a couple years in the line, like if he didn't win a wild card, I feel like his style, if it continued down this like trend, wouldn't have been so fresh and it wouldn't have been like as effective potentially, because we'd already be like kind of like exposed to like his kind of style, right? Because I'm sure like from this point on we'll be probably seeing him in other competitions anyway. So if it wasn't the GBB, it would have been something else right down the line. So I'm happy that like our first kind of like exposure to him is on the biggest stage of all, right? It is always like way more impactful, I think. So yeah, he's crazy talented in a battle kind of scenario, and he's so powerful too. Just like listening to him, he's super powerful on stage. So like, you know, watching him live is probably like absolutely insane. So, but yeah, respect to Mr. Androide again. You can tell he's like super passionate about what he does, very ambitious, the kind of like ideas that he has floating around in his head. I just wish, like, you know, he executed it perfectly here, because I can see that he had some like crazy things cooked up, I think. So, but yeah, anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, links in the description to the original video. Go check it out. Go leave it a like. Go check out Swiss Beatbox as well. Go leave them a sub if you enjoy all their content and whatnot. If you want to support me though, you can leave a like on this video. You can sub to my channel. Check out my Discord channel as well. Links in the description to that. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next Beatbox reaction video.